Quick question. Is it body shaming to call a man short? Time to go in. Check this out, y'all.
Before we get into why you decide to pop, let's get some details on why did you have your balloon unpop?
Oh yeah, she gorgeous. You know, I want to hear her out.
Why did you decide to pop his balloon?
I would just say based off physical attraction and height also. I want somebody a little taller than me.
I would just say the height.
Yeah. If you feel like I'm less of a man because I'm shorter than the 6 feet,
I didn't say that. You said that. All I said was I didn't like your height for me.
So you held on to that balloon for a little bit and then you pop. What happened?
So you're a great looking guy. I love the style. It's your height.
And why you pop a balloon though?
Because we the same height. That's crazy.
You looking at it wrong. I'm really 6 foot in here. Hey, you looking at it.
Yeah, I'm in heels and you ain't tall enough.
Okay.
Don't do too much.
Well, you're not qualified, baby.
All right.
It'd be the audacity for me. Let's get into it. Is calling a man short body shaming? The way how negative and dismissive the women be towards brothers, absolutely is body shaming, right? But it's a deeper issue other than the word itself. It's the intent and the meaning behind it. Let's break this shit down. So, body shaming is criticizing or mocking someone for a physical trait that they either cannot control or they can't easily control. And a man's height falls into that category. First of all, a man cannot control or train himself to become taller. He can't diet to become shorter or taller. He can't work harder to change his genetics. So when people come on these shows and they body shame and try to label it as preference, and it's actually body shaming it, you mocking the man. You making fun of the man. You criticizing the man. But here it is, you can do something about your big old, I'm gonna be cool. You can absolutely do something about that gilly gut, that gutty. And I try to be respectful, but you see what I just did? I just chopped it. Height. But then you got a tall brother, and you body shaming him in another way, and then you got the brother over here let's talk about it. For a man, a height isn't just physical, right? It's tied into certain things when the woman put the perspective on it. In modern culture, this is a whole lot of cap going on, and we have to discuss it, right? So society equate tall with strong, dominant, attractive. They equate the shorter man maybe a little less desirable, overlooked, and maybe a little weaker. Big cap. So when a woman calls a man short in a dismissive way, it often carries an unspoken message. You less of a man, you don't qualify. And play here to deal with it because they put a show out, pop the balloon. And so many of the sisters, and let's be honest, this is a new thing. I never seen anything like this. I've never experienced things like this. But subconsciously, especially women, they are very vanity driven. And I don't want to go in on you, but I don't have a choice right now because of these double standards. And I'm going to tell you about the double standards. You see, when I get in a certain mode, we can be clear, we can talk. I appreciate y'all being here. Subscribe to the page. We're the biggest. It gets no bigger. Anywho, let's go deep. So, her ass too overweight for me. Her ass too big. Her ass isn't attractive. If I say that, I'm shallow, I'm offensive, and I'm body shaming. But he too short. I don't date short men. They normalize that shit as a preference, as a standard. Knowing her worth and knowing her value. You see the difference? I'm just saying, make it make sense. It's the same exact behavior. However, it's a different social reaction. As if he can't have a preference for something you can change. Now, let's talk about preference versus disrespect. Because this is where nuance matters. This is the difference between a private preference. It's a difference between a private preference. I'm more attractive to taller men. Public disrespect. He too short. Ooh, not my type. Mocking. You know? You're on a public platform. You can be very, very balanced and mature and respectful how you do it. Because are we all allowed to have preferences? I would say. I might give a pushback because some people got preferences they don't qualify for. So I don't think so. But just for lacking the better context, let's just say everybody allowed to have their own preference. You prefer some shit you not. But it's a level of body shaming when it's said with contempt. When it's used to embarrass or degrade, which is what we see every day. Or it dismisses somebody's entire value. Dismissing the man when really if we the same size when we lay it down. And he gonna lay it down and now you feeling the way, but now he gonna tell you, baby, I just wanted to tap it. So let's see, I realize social conditioning have influenced women in a certain way by the media and the dating culture that promote it's either this or none at all. It's either he this way and that's equivalent to a status symbol. The hypervisibility in the dating apps. You know, 5'8" versus 6 feet become a deal breaker. It's actually clown behavior if we're being honest. And because so many people don't know how to carry it to give it a certain level of pushback, which they don't get pushback. Unlike other many forms of body shaming, height jokes get projected towards men and they are often laughed off. They are rarely challenged publicly. But now you got me. Now you got me. The big kahuna. So for the shit that's been going unchecked forever, Play gonna put a check to it. Check. Big check. Excuse me for the audio, y'all. I got a situation. Y'all got to work with me. It'll be off in about 2 or 3 minutes. Just work with me because we're going to talk through it. We're going to talk through it. But the psychological impact that type of body shaming have on men, it's another one out there too. We'll talk about that one another time. Y'all know how to do it. Things that a man can't control, he born with. And you body shaming him for it. So you really don't talk about when your man that's tall cheat on you. Or that man with the torpedo cheat on you because, okay, don't let that go over your head. So women have helped lower a man's self-esteem, help him feel socially awkward, help him have a certain level of social withdrawal, and oftentimes a brother would try to overcompensate because he's status chasing or he's dealing with aggression because you body shamed him, you made him feel lesser. And feeling invisible in dating spaces that may not have been built to have a certain level of integrity because you didn't help that. And the hardest part of it is that's something that young man cannot change. And you don't care, but God hear you. He hear your cry. He's not giving you what you seek. He's not giving it to you. And there's an uncomfortable truth in this. Because some people will argue it's preference play. Is that right? Is that right? Attraction isn't forced. That's true. Yeah. But a preference don't need to be disrespectful. Standards don't require disrespect. Attraction or non-attraction don't justify humiliation. And that's what we dealing with. And yeah, I came to cook your ass. I'm being very, very disciplined and respectful. How I'm gonna cook you. Very different. So calling the man short as a dismissal or insult is definitely body shaming. And we've normalized criticizing men for things they cannot control while demanding sensitivity when we talk about your ass. You demand that, and we be respectful because we could go in. It's a lot of ways men get body shamed. But I'm gonna tell you the truth about real maturity. Real maturity is having a preference without degrading somebody. So we need to put an end to it. I respect them. And when you do get your preference, even if you qualify or you don't, if your preference carries so many people that want that preference, don't you mind when you have to share that preference, whatever that preference may be.